Thank you very much. I love them all, either conservative, that the moderate, and the liberal. They are all Oregonian, and I'm willing to work with them, especially young people. I don't mind them to be a liberal when they're young, but when they have a family and grow up paying taxes, and they will become in the Republican Party. And in my life experience, I passed all of those ages, and I have experience, legislative experience, life experience, especially because I'm deeply concerned with young people. That I established the John Lim Scholarship Foundation. I always given the funds to the student at the Muhammad Community College or nationally. So I'm committed working with young people. I'm oldest in my heart, I'm the youngest.
The second question will go to, okay, you have 45 seconds to try again. I will repeat the question.
Okay.
A national Washington Post poll revealed that nearly a quarter of Republicans under the age of 35 say that they are liberal or moderate on social issues, while only 13% of Republicans over 65 felt the same way.
Okay.
As Oregon's chief executive, how would you represent the interests of the younger, more socially liberal members of your party and among the electorate at large while governing?
Okay, when I become the governor, I have a special plan. That in my governor's office, I'm going to have a special intern program for the young people. And then I will take anyone, as many they can come, 1 day, 1 week, or 1 month. We are going to train them to be the next leader. And then the two young people, just a matter of communication. When I met the young people, they felt good. They think that I'm one of them. I communicate with them. Sometimes you think old and young have a difficulty communicating. I'm not. I communicate with them, I talk with them, and then there's a matter of how to communicate. And I feel I'm young, I will continue to work with them.
We started Pixelworks with $10,000 and 5 friends, and that was it, and an idea. The first stock price, I think, was a tenth of a penny a share. We grew that company over the next 10 years to sell $1 billion worth of products all over the world and do it very successfully. The stock price has gone from a tenth of a penny to $50 to 30 cents to $5.30. But through that process, we built a global company and we built jobs for people all over the world. We responded to global markets and global market demands and shifts. I think that's what you need in a chief executive. It's easy to grow these companies on the upside. In fact, I used to tell the team that you don't need management on the upside. We've restructured that company. It's profitable now, and it's come back from its lows, and I'm very, very proud of it. I only wish we had 10 or 15 more Pixelworkses in the state. It's too bad we have just a couple.
It's been about a decade now that the public employee unions, and specifically the OEA and the American Federation of Teachers, have been suing me nonstop, and they have admitted that they do that because they want to get me out of politics. In fact, at one point they even offered me, I owed them $4 million in a judgment which was later overturned by the Supreme Court, the Oregon Supreme Court. And they offered me, so look, Bill, we just want you gone. How about we forget the $4 million and you sign an agreement to stop putting measures on the ballot? This has always been about politics. And John Kroger, the Attorney General of the state of Oregon, was elected with almost 100% SEIU, Public Employee Union money. And he turned around afterwards and indicted their number one opponent, our arch enemy, for criminal tax evasion. The case is frivolous. And when it's over with, I will not only be found not guilty, but John Kroger will be the one with egg on his face.
It's unanimous.
3 out of 3.
It's unanimous. You have 45 seconds to try again.
You want to repeat the question? Oh, no, wait. I withdraw that. You've said it enough. I'm not sure what part of the question I didn't answer, to be honest with you. I think I addressed it. Could you be specific?
I think the question is, why do you think, given all of the allegations that I won't repeat, that you would be a better leader for Oregon than the other candidates sharing the stage today?
Well, part of what has happened is that the battle lines have become clear between my enemies and myself. And I know there is some temptation to find the middle ground and try to all get along. I think we're past that in dealing with the public employee unions. I think they own the state from the top to the bottom, literally. And what I will do that I don't think my opponents would do is I will stand toe-to-toe with them and I say, we're drawing a line in the sand and you're going no further. This PERS debacle is over. I've actually devised, and you can find it on the SizemoreForGovernor.com website, a complete overhaul of the public employee compensation and collective bargaining process that benefits the taxpayers and is fair to public employees. And I will do that where others would not.
Well, I think you start off with the question, and I come from a family of educators. My mom's a teacher, my sister's a teacher, and I start off by saying teachers, police officers, firefighters are good people, great people who serve our state well. But we have to look at our state as where we're going, and we have to have a path that is sustainable. And as governor, I will do what is best for the state. I will not be beholden to any special interest groups, and do what is sustainable for our state so that we can educate our children and hire more teachers when that time comes. So I think the answer there is that we have to get ahead of the curve before we end up like Los Angeles, which is on the brink of bankruptcy, what we've seen happen in Greece, Michigan, California, and look at the compensation and have a level that is fair, comparable to other states, comparable to what is relevant for that we can afford for our future. And I think that's the bottom line, is we have to come to a place that's a win-win for our state.
It's unanimous. Again, you have 45 seconds to try again. Do you need me to repeat the question?
Which part do you not...
Do you believe that teachers, police officers, and firefighters in Oregon are being paid more than they deserve? And if so, how much should their compensation be reduced?
Well, I think deserve is a relative term. I mean, I think the world of teachers, and I think it should be an unlimited amount in that regard. But what is realistic for our state is a different question, and I think that's how it has to be framed. And so I do think that we're going to have to address it and bring in costs where applicable. And I have outlined in my plan, I've talked about having state workers contribute to their state health care plans. That's something I've come out for. And we have to have a measure of compensation that our state frankly can afford, and that is equivalent to what the market bears.